Super Mario RPG. Alright, first of all, this game's really fucking good. Secondly, there is no secondly, this game's just really fucking good, you should go play it. Alright, so this game starts off the same way pretty much every goddamn Mario game starts off. Peach is just doing whatever the fuck a princess does, which is apparently goddamn nothing. And then Bowser comes out of the sky and fucking kidnaps her ass. It would appear that Mario has gotten smarter over the years though, because he built his house right next door to Bowser's. So now instead of having to traverse like 20 different worlds and beating the shit out of all of Bowser's kids, all he has to do is walk across the fucking street. So you storm his castle and things are going like things normally go in a Mario game. You're beating the shit out of some Goombas, you fight some fucking turtles, and it's all good. You come across Bowser, you fucking wreck his shit, and then you save Peach and everything's good. But then this big ass sword with a face thing, I don't know what the fuck it is, it falls from the sky, and I don't actually know where the fuck it fell from either. Maybe it was from space. The big ass fucking space face sword falls from the sky and it like kills a giant star, and that giant star splits into like 20 different fucking other stars and flies across the world. So then the big ass sword falls into the castle and he's like, yeah, what's up? I work for this dude named Smithy. He is my boss and we came here to make some weapons or something. I don't really know. Our motivation isn't clear. We're evil though. And Mario's just like, well, shit. So he gets the fuck out of there. He goes over back to Toad and Toad's like, hey Mario, what's up? And he's like, shut the fuck up, Toad. So then he goes over to the Mushroom Kingdom or some shit. And he finds this little puffy cloud dude named Mallow, and he was super cool. He's like a marshmallow or something. But then he claims to be a frog, even though it doesn't look a single fucking thing like a frog. So then he joins your party, he shoots lightning at dudes, it's pretty fun. So you beat the shit out of the sword, and then you get like a little tiny star, and it's like, oh, it's cool, I got a star. You don't know what the fuck it does, he just got a big ass star for some reason. So then after you find that big ass star thing and you put it in your pocket or whatever the fuck, you go to find Mallow's grandpa, who is a frog. And then he reveals to Mallow that, hey, guess what, you're not a fucking frog, you're a cloud or something. Then Mallow's just like, well, shit. So you leave Mallow's grandpa and shit, you go into this forest town or something, and it's pretty cool. You find this little kid, he's got a little Mario action figure. You play around with the kid for some reason, because there's nothing fucking better to do in that town, because everyone else is getting shot by arrows for some goddamn reason. So then after you play with that kid for like 5 minutes, he breaks out a new toy. Instead, it's not Mario, it's not Peach, it's not Bowser, it's not fucking Mallow. It's a little blue dude named Gino, and he's all kind of, he's a little tiny, he's kind of like Pinocchio. And it turns out Mario's a little bitch, because while he's playing with this kid and his toys, the kid manages to knock him right the fuck out. So then while Mario's passed out, like a tiny star falls from the sky and just possesses the little Gino doll. So now Gino's alive and he is pimp as fuck. He's like, man, okay, this arrow bullshit is getting on my nerves. I'm gonna go take care of this shit. So he goes into a nearby forest, and then Mario and Mallow are like, well, let's fucking follow, because why not? So then you follow him into the forest, and it's got this really fucking cool music. It's like, and it's fucking good and it's catchy as shit. So then you follow Gino around in this fucking forest maze for like an hour and a goddamn half. And then you find this living bow and arrow thing. Then you, Gino, and Mallow team up and you just fucking snap it in half like a twig. And then you get another little star doodad. And then Gino's like, yeah man, if we collect all the little star thingies, then we can restore that big ass star that the space sword face broke. And then Mario's like, alright, let's fucking do it. So you go on some adventures, you go through some sewers, you fight a giant like a bomb man, whatever the fuck. You get some couple more star pieces. And then you come across this big ass tower, and it's got Bowser in front of it, and he's all sad. And it turns out Peach is in that tower too. And Bowser's like, hey Mario, you know how you always wreck my shit? Mario's like, yeah, I do. I do that a lot. And Bowser's like, yeah, you do. How about we team up, and then together, we can literally kill anything. And then Mario's like, yeah, that sounds pretty good. Let's go fucking destroy this goddamn tower and save Peach. And Bowser's like, okay. So then you're on the balcony of the big ass building and you got like a fucking juggler and a dude on a bouncy ball trying to kill you. So then you murder the shit out of them and then you just jump off the balcony. Meaning you could have done that in the first place and not had to needlessly murder the 2 circus performers, but whatever. So hey, now it's the favorite pastime for every Mario game, crashing a wedding. You fucking kick down the doors of this church, which, yeah, I guess churches are a thing in Mario now. That probably has no negative ramifications of any sort. You find his wedding cake, you kick the shit out of his wedding cake, and then the wedding's off, you fucking save Peach. And hey, now she's a member of your party, you have a white mage now, congratulations. Oh, so then you find this kick-ass shark named Jonathan Jones, and he's like underwater. So you fucking go underwater because you're Mario, and apparently you can just breathe for goddamn ever, depending on what game you're in. And, you know, you fight a Kraken, it's pretty cool, and then you have like a duel with the fucking shark, which is awesome. So then Jonathan Jones is like, yep, fuck it, have this star, I don't need it anymore, you won the duel. So then you hop out of the ocean and this asshole gray toad steals your star. So then the dude who took your star is like a bunch of separate toads that each have like the same mind though, because they're one person. Just like fucking Clayface, which is awesome. So then he fuses together to form like one dude and he tries to run away, but then Jonathan Jones comes up and he's like, bitch, where the fuck you think you're going? And he's like, well, shit, I have a shark on one side of me and a fucking plumber on one side, I'm taking the plumber. So then you fight the dude and you kick the shit out of him, you get another star, and it's like, woo, we got like 90% of the stars now. So after you get a star there, you go fucking climb a beanstalk or some shit. And at the top of the beanstalk, there's like a whole bunch of clouds, and fucking everyone looks like Malo, and Malo's like, gee, I fucking wonder if my parents are here. And Mario was like, no fucking way. Turns out Malo's parents are there, and they're the king and queen, and that makes Malo a prince, and Malo's just like, she. But it turns out his parents have been kidnapped by some fucking Jiggly-Boob bitch and her bird. So you fucking beat the shit out of Jiggly-Boobs and the bird. And you save Malo's parents, and they're like, yeah. They're like, hey, thanks, Malo. We haven't seen you in fucking forever. Sorry about, like, dropping you in a river. Malo's like, nah, man, it's cool. So have you heard of any stars around here? And they're like, what? Yeah, I think one fell into that volcano over there. Go jump in. So Malo's like, okie dokie. So, you know, you jump into the volcano, there's a whole bunch of just things that naturally live there, and of course you're Mario, so you murder the shit out of all of them. And then you find this little dragon dude, and he's like, okay, you guys are fucking up my home and friends, I'm gonna defend myself. So you murder the shit out of him, he comes back as a zombie, and you murder the shit out of him again. And that gets you another star. But then that star is stolen by the fucking Power Rangers or some shit. And you gotta go chase them out of the volcano, and then they have a big ass ship. You get on the ship, you beat the shit out of them, and then you get your star back. Woo yay. So you're back in Cloud Town, as Malo's parents are just like, gee, good job on the stars. And Malo's like, yeah, thanks. Hey, do you guys know how we can get to Bowser's Keep? That big ass sword space face thing kinda like destroyed the bridge to get there. And they're like, yeah, fuck it, take our taxi. We have those apparently. So the little fucking Cloud Taxi dude takes you to Bowser's Keep, and you do exactly what you did the first time you went here. You fucking beat the shit out of everything. Like, it's not even funny how pathetic this shit is. Bowser literally will scare enemies away. That's how OG you are. So you beat the shit out of like 20 dudes, fight some mini bosses, beat the shit out of like 30 more dudes, fight some more mini bosses, and then you finally come across the big space face sword, and he's got like, this is weird, he's got like eyes and like a mouth, but then on top of that there's like more eyes than a mouth. I don't know, you fucking, doesn't matter, you kick the shit out of him anyway, you beat the shit out of both faces. And then you do the logical thing, you jump inside his mouth after you beat the shit out of him, and that takes you to another dimension. What? Mario games are fucking weird. So you're in another dimension, I guess. You beat the shit out of like 50 more mini-bosses, and then you finally come across this big-ass dude named Smithy, and he's fucking hardcore as shit. He's got this ballin'-ass theme going on. He's got a big-ass hammer. So you beat the shit out of Smithy for the first time, and then he's like, oh yeah, you haven't even seen my final form yet. So then he goes into his final form, and you just beat the shit out of him again anyways, because you're goddamn Mario, and you can do whatever the fuck you want. And that gets you the last star, and then all the stars are reunited, and then Geno goes back into like a doll, and it's kind of depressing. And that's Super Mario RPG. It was fucking hardcore as shit. There was a Yoshi's Island somewhere in there, but no one goes there because it fucking sucks. And then good times were had by all.